play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Here's Marino. That'll be caught. It's caught. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36. Now Marino. Now he's going to step up and run. And this is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown Rams. Jaden Reed, 35 yards. And the Rams march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. They juked him. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
And at the start of Jordan Love's NFL career, he had one of the best seats in the stadium watching Aaron Rodgers work. But now he's looking for more than that. Rocket arm, big play potential. And he wants to show this organization that he's capable of being a dependable starter for the foreseeable future.
This 2nd and 4. Love now. There's Chris Olave. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A gain of 21 yards.
10 cycles.
First down, Texans.
Down.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And the ball is knocked out. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play of who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play you did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
This is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 27-yard line.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Here's Love. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Here we go. Set.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Yellow.
Now Love. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
For the field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives, and they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Rams coming back out, dressed in their new NFL rivalries-inspired uniforms, known as Midnight Mode. Now remember, the Rams went to a darker blue during their greatest show on turf. And a nice stiff arm that opens room to run. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
41 yards on the play. That's good.
Mason going to get it on first down. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now Marino to throw it. The dump off for Mason. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and it'll be a turnover on downs. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
At the 12-yard line.
Working out of the gun. Love. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. The defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
Jack Fox set to kick off.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way.
And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
First down, Houston.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. It's caught by Hooper. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
A gain of 31 yards. First down.
Love looking to throw it. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one.
Second and 10.
Let's go now.
To the air again, Love. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Love from the gun on third down. That's caught over the middle. Hooper. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 13-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. Second down and 3, ball on the 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 7-yard line.
Love. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Texans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So the late touchdown there, and that certainly changes things as we move toward halftime.
Yeah, and there's a potential for things to change even more because, remember, they get the ball first to start the third quarter. So they can potentially double up here and take the lead. A great opportunity for them.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
Texans 10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Marino's incompletion on first down leads to 2nd and 10. Now this aired out deep for Reed. That is incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Down. Ready?
Play action this time with Love. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 15. First down, Houston.
Love, they go play action now. Throw right side taken by Sanders. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Play fake. Here's Love. And he loses the football a second time. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. Room to maneuver at the 35. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Jack Fox.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. Looking to put a drive together.
Ready.
He'll start with a handoff to Sanders. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
4-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Throwing. Love. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. Now he's free at the 35, and finally brought down at the 31-yard line. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
And the Texans first down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Yellow, 22. Hut.
To throw now. Here's Love. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
They'll go for a gain of 7. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
And it's 3rd.
Ready. Black, 95. Ready, go. Ready.
Love from the gun. Tries the left side and finds Olave. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 4th down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
Pushing his way through. And a juke this time.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll start with a run by Mason. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Allen. Jordan Mason, 59 yards. And the Rams are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
I know she'll keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
McPherson now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Looking to put a drive together. And we're back now here in Cleveland. Throwing to start the drive. Love. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shot. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Shot in there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Right back to Juszczyk again. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Rams have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. An extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. And now out comes Houston.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Throwing to start the drive. Love.
He lets it go deep for Olave. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Fitu Melifonwu. And the Rams are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 146 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Right back to Mason. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
And Marino actually going to look to throw it. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Cooper Kupp with an amazing diving catch. And the Rams up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Houston set to take over. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Houston.
Back to throw. Love. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down.
Ready. 30 seconds.
Love going to give it up on a touch pass. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
A gain of 12.
Here we go, set.
First down,
Yellow,
Texans.
43.
Going back to Love. Will complete this one to Collins. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away